Hello everyone, today we'll be talking about the role-playing system in the game. Also, we listened to your comments and changed the video schedule. But, before we begin, we'd like to share some exciting news. First, 3 game soundtracks are now available on YouTube Music, Apple Music, SoundCloud, and Spotify. Now Shazam algorithms can easily recognize our tracks. In addition, Corsairs Legacy soundtracks are published on our channel. After watching this video, you can listen to them in our music playlist. In the comments on previous videos, there was a fair number of suggestions to change the character's run animation. We're already working on it, and in the next video, you'll see what we come up with, as well as a poll for you to choose the best run animation. If you don't want to miss the next video, check if you're subscribed and if your notifications are turned on. And now to the topic of this video. While making the game's role-playing system, we tried to take into account the advantages of known skill systems from Sea Dogs and Fallout, such as Pirates and Special, as well as different approaches to implement a role-playing system similar to other relevant games. We found out that in Sea Dogs, the total damage is affected by weight of a blade, weapon damage value correlated with the weight, and corresponding skill level. Basically, the heaviest blade will always yield maximal damage. In our view, it's important to give the player several strategies of skill development, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. In Corsairs Legacy, blades will have 3 weight classes. First, light, second, medium, and third, heavy. Medium class blades will have higher blade damage than light class blades, but not in all cases. The heavier the weapon, the harder it gets to use it effectively in combat, especially if a character hasn't developed physique. A heavy blade in the hands of a warrior with low strength will be less useful than a light rapier, more suitable for the character's physique. Due to this, in order to get the most out of heavy weapons, you'll have to develop character's strength. All blades have base damage, but total damage depends on character's characteristics. It can be much lower than the base weapon damage if characteristic requirements aren't met. Combat skills will need to be developed for each weapon class separately. The more you use a weapon of a certain class, the higher the skill level and the total damage that you deal using any blade of the same class. Let's move on to the game interface and discuss the player tab in detail. After completing missions and engaging in combat, the character gets experience, which allows them to level up. As the character's level grows, the characteristics also grow. For example, health and energy consumed in combat. Also, when a new level is reached, the character gets 1 point of characteristic and 1 point of skill. The game has 6 main characteristics. First, strength. It increases characters' health points. Developing strength also allows to use medium and heavy weapons without penalties to damage. Second, agility. Increases the mastery of all types of weapons, including firearms, as well as the chance of dealing critical damage. 3. Charisma. Allows the character to talk their way into more profitable deals. 4. Stamina. Increases the maximum weight the character can carry and reduces the energy consumption in combat. 5. Learnability. Allows to increase the growth of health, energy, and maximum weight. And finally 6. Luck. Affects the value of items the player can find after defeating enemies and inside chests. We've made every effort to balance the characteristics so that the player could try different strategies of character development. The character has personal skills that will be growing throughout the game when gaining experience and developing characteristics. For each defeated enemy, using a certain class of weapon, the character will get corresponding skills increased. Skills also increase when developing agility. Luck and charisma are based on the hero's characteristics, but they can also change depending on some other parameters. One of them is karma. After certain actions, the character's karma might increase or decrease. High karma gives a bonus to luck, and low karma gives a bonus to the first hit in combat if it's dealt by the main hero. Furthermore, a bonus to personal skills can be gained by various charms that you can carry, but it's most important to choose what to put in the backpack, because charms may do more harm than good. Let's discuss abilities. There's 20 of them, and when you get to the next level, you get to develop one of the abilities from the following categories. First, attack. Second, defense. Third, stamina. And 4, skills. We won't be reviewing each one right now. They all give specific bonuses to the character. We added a description for when you hover an icon, that way the player can read all above mentioned information in the game interface without the need to study the whole role-playing system in depth. We'd appreciate your feedback in the comments. Also, we'd like to remind you that Corsairs Legacy has an official Telegram channel where you can get notifications about new videos on the game. You can find a link in the pinned comment under this video. See you in a new video in 2 weeks.